Noisy Pixel.
Hi, Mark.
Welcome to Talking Bits. What's going on?
I'm sorry in advance. I just want to let you know that it was my fault that we missed last week's episode, and my fault alone.
I wouldn't say alone. It was partially my fault. We always wait till the last minute, and then, unfortunately, I can't expect that. We could do it on, any day of the week, you know what I mean?
Yeah, it's possible that we could have done it any day. Dude, last week was really busy.
I agree. I had a lot of stuff to do, and especially you had a lot of stuff to do, so things just didn't line up, I guess. I don't know. It's fine. We're here now.
I feel like I was doing 5 videos a day at some points.
Hopefully on a separate timeline.
No, I'm a procrastinator, dude, through and through.
One timeline, just separated.
I have been doing this thing, and you might approve of this, where I have been going to bed at 10 p.m. now. I've been making it a thing.
How?
Melatonin. But it makes me wake up. It makes me wake up feeling like I'm sick. Like I have flu symptoms. I'll wake up and just feel super groggy.
How often do you do this?
I'll take half of a 5 milligram melatonin. I'll take half of one every night.
Every night?
Every night. I'm trying to just get it. I'm trying to use it to get into the swing of things. I just hate going to bed at 2 a.m. and then waking up at 7 for news and then taking a nap around 11 and waking up at 2 p.m. and then writing more news that I missed while I was just napping, you know?
Yeah, I mean, don't you work though?
Technically. Who the fuck? Are you my fucking boss, dude?
No, dude. I was just looking out for you, man. I was just like,
yeah, I'm fucking working. Okay.
Hopefully they don't know this.
Oh, I didn't know I was on the fucking stand right now. Jeez, dude.
I mean,
whistleblower over here.
Just looking out for you, bro. That doesn't make sense. Things don't add up here.
Things aren't adding up here. How are you doing this?
Who is sending the emails?
Yeah. Technically. But it was a very busy day. We got the new writers they're doing more than I asked, which I love, but it is making me work more.
Yes, true, because now you have, instead of 2 to 3 reviews, now you have 5 to 6 reviews, because there's just constant influx.
They go quicker because I don't have to write them, though. Because I procrastinate, having to write a review, record the audio, do all the videos, edit the videos in one day, and do that for sometimes 2 to 3 reviews a day because I procrastinate so hard was the fucking worst. One, I can tell when I should have I'll be reading the review for the audio and I'll be like, fuck, let me stop this and write some more because I totally just droned out in this review. I should have explained this part better. So it actually makes me take more time because I go back and write some more because I missed some stuff. So it ends up it potentially hurts the writing a little bit. So I'm glad I don't have to experience that anymore.
Yeah, I mean, at least you're not writing. You're editing more videos and writing less in reality, unless you're writing the same amount, and I'm not aware of it. I'm not sure.
I think I feel like last week I did 2, maybe.
Yeah, you're doing more of what you should be. Now you have more time. You know what I mean? You still have to correct the writing. You know, you still have to. It still has to go through you. You know.
Yeah, the writers we got are pretty good. So there was, I'm not gonna name names, but there's been some writers in Noisy Pixel history that maybe the editing took 2 to 3 hours to get through a 1,000-word review just from all the mistakes. But it's not that case anymore, which I'm very grateful for.
And life goes on. All the new writers seem pretty happy to be here. I mean, that's good, right?
Anybody who's down to like hang out with Noisy Pixel, I'm cool with.
There's just like at this point, I can't even keep up. You know what I mean? I just can't even keep up with all the conversation. I have to like check in every once in a while to like I have to check in the important chats, but like the general chat sometimes is just like
So nerdy.
talking about, just talking about whatever game that I have no idea. And I'm just like, yep, I agree.
Yeah.
I agree.
It's funny because since we're all from different gaming ecosystems, I kind of dabble in each of them, like a little bit in each, so I can see where from how they talk and their opinions, I can see where they generally get their news sources from. Like, are they N4G nerds? Are they Reddit nerds? Do they frequent IGN? Or like where do they typically get their news from? And you can tell by just the way that they talk, the way that their opinions kind of lean. And I'm like, oh, I know where they got that from. So it's pretty interesting. It's pretty interesting to have such a diverse group.
Yeah, I mean, who really gets their information from IGN? Anywhere around our realm of people, you know what I mean?
Hey, not too many, and surprisingly that you bring that up, it is a place that first made me want to get into writing about games. I even like for a good year I tried super hard to work at a GameStop and I had like 3 interviews with 3 different ones, and like used like the fact that I read IGN every day and like I'm on top of like all the game news all the time. Like I used that as like my in. Never worked. Should have learned. But yeah, it used to be a good place. It used to be a pretty good place to get your news. They had a nice group of people. I think the only person I like there now is Ryan McCaffrey, who he's the Xbox guy, but I think he's a great person. That's all.
Do you like his reviews? Just like, I just think it's cool.
I don't even know if he hung out with him anymore. I just like talking to him. Like if I see him at an event somewhere, I can just generally talk to him for a while. Other writers cool. Other writers used to be that way, but they got too cool.
What, the IGN people got too cool? They're just like, I'm supreme writer.
I think people who know the group I'm talking about will probably guess who I'm talking about. But yeah, I was pretty close with all of them for a good couple of years, and then some of them moved and did other things, and then now the group now I know nobody at IGN anymore. I know Ryan McCaffrey and Damon Hatfield, and that's it. Everyone else moved away, or
started their own website,
started their own YouTube channels.
Pixel Noisy, look out for Pixel Noisy on YouTube.
Yeah, that's the thing about the gaming industry, and now it's like, I don't know. I don't, because I took so long learning how to test, like, how you meet a new person and you kind of test like what you can say around them and what, like, now there's like none of that. Like you don't want to, because out of fear that like you're going to say the wrong thing. So I just stay the fuck away from everybody in the gaming industry. I'll hang out with developers long before I hang out with the journalists now.
They'll just get like politically offended about a video game topic or something. Oh my
God, just like, their takes are so, I
don't know, man.
Like they have to all be on the same side of everything. And I'm just like, God, calm the fuck down. And I've said this before to you, if you're a girl in the industry, they're always trying to prove themselves, like their knowledge. And I'm like, dude, like I believe you. Like you don't please chill. I don't want to talk about video games right now. One, anything else. You don't have to prove you played Mass Effect, or you don't have to prove that you're a Battlefront nerd. I don't know. Like it just.
Back in my day, I captured command posts. What did you do? You know what I mean?
Yeah, like I'm cool. I'm cool to talk about anything else. Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
good
always
game.
been like that. And with the guys, it's always with the guy journalists and the guy like video game industries, they're always flexing. It's all a flex. Just
What do you
like
mean? Like, oh, I've been to this event or whatever. Like,
just like
I touched this
oh, I know
device.
this person. Oh, I know this person. Oh, I wrote this. And it's with the guys, it's always about waving your dicks around. And I'm just trying to fucking flirt with the fucking Japanese, Chinese developers that are standing by their booths. And I'm like, fuck, this game is good. Mech, girls, girls in tight clothing and mechs. Fuck, I'll play this game for an hour. And then you have all the people behind me. This is troublesome.
This is troublesome.
They use the word problematic.
This is undefined.
Yeah, it's I there's some people I really like in the game industry, but in terms of like the new group coming in, I don't really relate. And that's probably my fault. I probably should.
We are the new group.
I consider myself that. This punk rock kind of
The punk rock comes back.
yeah. And I don't know. I do appreciate the. It was tough for even you to convince me to let in a new group of people and like try and talk me into it, because I remember us talking about this months ago, just like, oh, why don't we just bring in? And I was like, God, dude, I don't want to do that. Like it's been this constant battle of like how that would work or what we would do, and
Yeah.
we just rolled with it, and it's been really nice. So it wasn't it was something I shouldn't have been afraid of, and it's something that's working out really well.
Yeah. I don't see if you really just sat down and looked at it, it's not like we're changing anything that dramatic. If anything, like there's just more people with opinion. There's some more opinions. Really, that's the only thing.
For us, I think there's just such a big chance that we would hate each other. You know, it's like, if you have a kid and your girlfriend and wife is pregnant, like what if that kid fucking sucks? Like there's like a big chance. So in the flip side, what if we bring on somebody and they fucking suck and they're just really rude and they're really mean and like.
We've had that, and I mean, like, it's not. I mean, no one. These aren't our kids, you know what I mean? We don't have to. We can tell them not to be mean to each other. If they're mean to each other, then they're gone. That's it. Like that's. We don't want that here. It's not like. Yeah.
There's very little tiffs. We have some disagreements, but I think it's mostly my fault. I can get pretty mean sometimes because I don't have time to explain myself. So I'll just be super blunt about something really quick because I'll like be editing like 50 things at once. And like someone will say something and I'll be just like, no, and not really explain, or just be like, no, you can't do that. And not really like, okay.
I mean, every minute matters. I guess if you want to be mean, sometimes you say you're nice and I'm lying, and then I tell you you're lying, and then you're like, no, I'm super nice. And then now there's an episode where we have you documented saying that you're mean. So like, I'm sure if we go back in the history, like depending on your day, like one day you can be nice, one day you can be mean. I guess today is a nice day.
Today's a nice day. I think because I got everything done so early. I woke up in a pretty good mood. I read manga until like 1 a.m. last night. And
not 10 p.m.
No, because it's the weekend. So on the weekend you can read. And I don't know, just I'm sticking to my New Year's resolution and just reading more manga, and just I've never read light novels before, and I started reading a few, and I don't know. It reminds me of old Star Wars novels that I used to read growing up in high school. Did you ever read like Jedi Apprentice or anything like that?
No, dude.
Well, in college, my first major was an English major, and I go in and
oh my god,
and I'm fucking reading Star Wars novels and stuff, and everyone else is reading like Dostoevsky, like fucking like Nietzsche and shit.
I don't know. Reading is not my thing.
And I'm like, fuck, I'm in the wrong place because all I want to do is talk about Star Wars. And
there's no one else in there that wants to read like some nerdy sci-fi book.
No, I mean, no, no, there wasn't, and that's what kind of threw me off, and yeah, and I reevaluated my standing.
Have you decided to start a science fiction book club? And you're the
I
leader?
don't do I don't I'm very independent with the stuff I enjoy. Um and when I do share it, I get exhausted pretty quickly. Like I'll share it and then I'll run out of things to talk about because I just blew my load so quickly on one
Oh
person.
yeah, yeah, you blew.
I just fucking shotgun a bunch of shit all at once and then we'll run out of shit to talk about.
Yeah,
Because I get too excited.
you blow that load, man.
I need to fucking chill out.
That's looking crazy.
I feel bad because people thought that I replaced you with Spencer, and
I love that was that one person.
yeah, but I think multiple people probably feel that way.
How we released Talking Bits as well.
Well, I mean, I'm just nicer to Spencer all around. Like,
I think it's just character.
he's just a really great person, though, Mark.
I just can't talk about like weeby shit.
That's true.
That's why it's a separate show. He's not replacing me. I will not get replaced. It's impossible.
Oh, I love it. I love it. Well, let me know how are you doing? How's things going?
How are things going? I'm just trying to pay off my loans, man. I'm just working at home at the moment. I'm off. I have a week and a half off next week, starting to film in a studio, on and off. And I mean, I guess I'm doing well. I got some constant freelance, doing my best out here, as well as Noisy Pixel stuff. I do want to, inside information. I guess when I'm free enough, I do have a lot of ideas to rebrand. There's a lot of things that need to be like just touched up.
Tweaked, yeah.
Yeah. So we're gonna have some tweaked design for all you people watching at this very second. I wanted to pull up. I'm looking for comments. That's why I'm looking over here. Trying to see if this week we can find, because we missed last week's episode. So, we do have a big opportunity for diving in for a comment here. But I do want to say, besides the comment, while I, buy myself some time here, that we have been just getting a lot more views, especially on the last news. I was saying before that we had a influx of 100 views out of nowhere on the news, and I'm pretty hyped because it's close to 1,000.
Yeah.
And
First
once
time.
we have a personal show that we release like at a scheduled date, that over 1,000 would be really nice to have.
Yeah. We really want news to happen, and we've been fucking.
We're on that was episode 70.
A year. It's been,
Yeah.
And yeah, news is our shit. Actually, this show has been going on a lot longer than I thought it would too.
What is that supposed to mean?
I think I was driving to San Francisco and I was like, Mark, I was just thinking, because when you drive, you just think, and it's like a 2-hour drive. So I'm like just driving to the Bay Area, and I was like, man, I really want a show where Mark and I just talk. And like we kind of went over some names. So I didn't know what this was gonna be, but I like it. I generally like this show. Just because I finally can like just talk about stuff that doesn't have a topic,
I think it's important to have.
Therapeutic.
I think it's fun. I mean, it almost gets enough views, as much views as Spencer and your podcast show.
Spencer and the rest.
It's we'll survive out here. We're gonna get more views. Shout out to Talking Bits if you're watching. Make sure all the others know. You know what I mean? Click it. Give it a click. I did find a comment on 5 Ways Fun. I don't even want to say Fantasian.
Mm-hmm.
Is Unapod, that video, basically our new video other than news. He says, "Hey man, great review." Is this not a review? Is this a review?
That's all. Oh no, it's not a review.
It's not a review. That's what I thought. I don't know what's going on, man. But you guys step up your game, right? You gotta step up your game.
You gotta actually watch the video if you're gonna comment.
Not a review.
Regardless.
I like how there's a lot more red dots though. There's more publicly subscribed people over time. You know what I mean?
I hear that those are lying to us, so I don't want to call anyone out right now.
Lying to you what?
Like they don't, some people are subscribed to us, but it's not showing up for them.
Yeah,
I think.
I think they have to like maybe they have some privacy thing.
Ah,
Maybe
yes, yes,
like
yes, 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 yes.
I'm gonna blame them. I don't know the case. Maybe it's not their fault. But if you have settings, I would check them so we all know how long you've been subscribed because I think it's a fun thing to have.
I will say Todd is very active in our comments, and I always enjoy seeing his anecdotes and statements.
This
Doesn't even.
person
It's
is
not even
20.
always about the game either. He just sometimes just says something, and it's just like, oh, hey man,
What's up?
what's up, man?
This person has been subscribed for us for 2 years. They must have been subscribed since we had like 1,000 subscribers.
Who is it?
21 minutes ago, it's Zavi2 XA.
Oh yeah, yeah. I remember.
Who is that? I don't know.
Who gives a shit? But I remember the person commenting so long ago. Man,
2 years.
fucking love you. Fucking love you. I used to call out the news. Was it at the end of the news or something? What show did we have? Where
We
I
had responds. We don't do anymore.
responds. Yes, responds. He or she. I always used to highlight one of their comments in it. And but yeah, that was back then.
We stopped response because of this video, but like low key, I would still think it should be here. So let's leave it up to the fans. If you want response, leave it in the comments. You're gonna force Azario to do it right now.
No, it's too much. It's too much.
Too much. It's too much.
It's too much.
Azario.
I'm not that witty. Well, but okay, so let's bring this show to an end. I'll just end off the show with giving you one thing that annoys me.
Oh, I forgot.
You ready? I hate Google when you're wrong. When I say something to you and you fucking Google it to prove me wrong, and then you prove me wrong because you just Googled it and you got the right answer, undermined me using Google without one, you didn't fucking trust me. Okay? Now you haven't done this, and maybe you have, but I'm using you as an example. Anybody in general. When I say something, you just fucking trust me, okay? Don't go to Google. Don't go to Google. Just be like, okay, I trust you.
I mean, people do that a lot.
I know. I fucking hate it. I don't like it. And especially when I'm wrong. When I'm right, oh, you can do it all you want. But there's some things that I just believe are common knowledge, but are like wrong. Like, I don't know, like growing up as a kid, there's a fake Mortal Kombat nude code. Well, I used to lie all the time and say that I did the code, but it wasn't real. But there was no fucking Google there for anybody to prove anybody wrong. So it was all our word against everyone else's, you know?
Mm-hmm.
But now it's like how to cool your car down quicker. Like, do you roll the back two windows down or the front, you know, like silly stuff like that. And I say what I believe is true. Don't try to prove me wrong with your Google.
Well, I guess they would only try that if they had a speculation that you were wrong. You know what I mean?
Anyway,
if they were like, wait, that doesn't sound right. That would be the only reason someone's going to Google it. Otherwise, that they would trust you. I guess we'll close the episode on that. I think I'm right on that one, but you know.
Yeah. Well, don't Google it.
Don't Google it in front of Azario and just wait until you go home.
Yeah.
And then yell at him.
Ignorance is bliss in this situation.
Yeah, just trust Azario always. It's basically the lesson.
All right. Well,
I guess you really wanted to close out this episode. I think we were going on strong, and you're just like, I'm just going to close out the episode. But here we are to the end. I'll see you guys next time on Talking Bits.
See you in a week.
1 week away. Peace out.